All right, this is going to be project my flag. So project and my flag. And you will end up clicking on the link that's in Canvas. And this will be the instructions you see. You will end up clicking on File, Make a Copy, Entire Presentation. And so in the title, you're going to change this to your name, like that. You'll hit OK. And so that will allow you to work within here. So I'm going to be creating my own so that you have some examples. I'm going to try to include different options so you can see some ideas. You do not have to use all of these. You can use whatever you want to include. It does need to fill like the entire slide. So I'm going to click plus, and first thing I need is my name. So I'm just going to use this because it's here. So I'll do like Sandy Mulliken Nahas. And I'm going to make this centered. So I just want up here. And I am going to narrow it down. And then I'm going to center it again. 5 is the center of the slide. So I'm trying to make it even. If you wanted to, you could make it uneven. So you could like turn this here and like do it like this and maybe put it, in the middle if you wanted to, or the other way, or change it up, make it a little bit different than normal, I guess. There we go. I'm going to keep it at the center. Oops. Down there. I'll put it at the center and near the top. And so now I need the name that I go by. So I'll put Mrs. Mulliken. And I'm going to keep this separate. So I'm going to put it in the middle. And then I'm going to narrow this box up because I'm going to end up decorating this box a little bit. So I'm going to put this underneath as well. And again, you can put it on different corners. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the font on this guy. So here's where we change our font. And so you want to find something that kind of speaks to you, represents you. Just anything when you're in here that you're like, yeah, I like that. That kind of goes with like me. That's not bad. I normally like a lot of scrolly things or things that are like old school. Like, I mean, I'm sure it's not shocking that I'm like historical. Oh, I did click on that already. I think I'm gonna go with that other one that I had. This guy. And I'm going to change this to, well, black is probably my favorite color, but I'm going to change it to my other favorite color, which is purple. So even there you can put, some of you in. I think I'm going to leave this one. I'll change that. Oh, it is gray. So I'll go in here and maybe find another one. I do like that, even though it's very kind of difficult to see. Maybe I'll put further down or at the bottom. And so some of these you have to fiddle with. Maybe bold. Oh, there we go. Actually, put it back up. And I'm gonna make it smaller again. Now that's bold. It looks a little better. All right. So one of the easiest things to kind of like decorate this is you could just put in a border around it. So that's up over here. So I might do border weight, and here's like the different types. So maybe I do this guy and ooh, no, that's too big. It looks kind of stitched, I guess. And I will make this also purple. This guy I will make also at a 2 and maybe a little bit different. No, I just used that one, didn't I? No, I didn't. That one's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to do the background differently. So I'm going to go into background, and I'm actually going to do a gradient. Now, if you didn't want to do a gradient and you just want to do it kind of regular, you just go in here and, you pick a color and you say done. Okay. Now, if you want to do a gradient, which makes it a little bit more interesting, you can go in here and you can, if you wanted to, you could just pick one of the defaults, right? The other way of doing it is making it custom, which I normally love to play with this. So I'm going to do linear. So at the top it changes. Yeah. So now I'm going to play with the colors. I'm going to change that one down there to black. No, I want that one to be black. I want this one to be not purple because we did, well, maybe a lighter purple, I guess, would work. Yeah, and then I'm going to add one more in here for the transition. Just a little bit darker purple. And you can move this so that it kind of, the fade is a little bit however you want it. Check it here. So like that, for example. All right. Now I'm thinking I want some kind of border around here. And so the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to insert a shape. And I'm going to go with, let's go with this guy. So I'm going to go, I'm going to try to make it kind of even. Now it's blocking out everything, of course, right? So I am going to, this is the background fill color. So I'm going to change that to transparent. Now to adjust this on the inside, it's right here, this guy, and I think it's, yeah, pulling it outward so that it's more narrow like that. And now I'm going to change the color. I don't know what I wanted. Maybe. Oh, that's the border color. No, that's going to stay black. The fill color. Wait. Oh, that's the inside. This might not be the one I'm looking for. All right. The next thing I need to do, because this is laying on top of everything, I'm going to click Control and then minus. No, not minus. I think this was something else. All right, I'm going to right click on it. And I'm going to go with, where's that? Where's change order? here, border, and I'm gonna click send to back. And so now I can click on these. I'm gonna move this all the way to the corners. I thought the fill would fill up like the frame. I was wrong. Okay. Now I want to put in like an image. So I'm gonna, no, undo button is your friend. So insert image, and I'm gonna search the web. And I'm gonna look for my dog's breed. So I'm gonna do Schnauzer, and I'm gonna do clip art so it gives me a cartoony one. Like that. And let's see what's going on down there. Alright. I'm gonna go with that guy. Alright. And then just down here you click insert and give it some time. And now I'm gonna shrink it. And you always want to shrink it by the corner. That's a big deal. Alright. Otherwise you're gonna get some craziness. And I'm actually probably gonna do 2 of these. And undo. I want to make this so that I can get the other. Oh, I guess I can just look up here, right? So let's do at 6.5, maybe 6.5. Let's try that. All right. Now I'm going to control copy and control paste. And I'm going to move this guy over on this side. And did it at so it's going to be there. And you see too how it lines up. Like right there's the center where they line up, and then here. Oh, but first I need to flip it. Let me see if it will let me flip it in here, or if I need to pull it. Yeah, I'm gonna need to pull it. Okay. All right. So all I'm gonna do is flip it by pulling it this way. And you saw it gave me the red line. So again, I'm gonna center it and out just a little. So now they're even. And this guy I need to fix it again. I'm kind of irritated with the border. Okay. So there we go. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of this border. It's not being my friend. And I'm also going to add a border to this. And so I think it's here, right? Yeah. So border, let's do 2. And let's do the bottom one. I want it to look a little bit so it fits into this whole thing here. And so again, I'm going to border, and I put the other one at 2, and it was the bottom one. So there we go. So I've got that. Now I'm going to, and you can see, all right, how I'm filling up everything. Now, one of my favorite games is Skyrim, so I'm going to insert an image of that. So like Skyrim logo. Let's see how this one looks if I put it in. Cut it off. Well, that's super. All right, no, that's ugly. Taking that out. I can also go in here. So if I'm not finding what I want, go under images and pick one of these. You gotta be careful with the background stuff. Um, and then I'm just gonna copy, and then I'm go back in here, and I'm just gonna paste. There we go. Just a bit. And then I'm gonna center it at 5. Higher. All right. Yeah. Okay. It's nice when you can find some that are transparent like that. That doesn't always happen. If it were white in the background, I'd probably put a border on it, and that's it. All right. The other thing I can do is insert some more like shapes. So I like, for example, in here like crescent moons. And we're going to put gradient, I think, on this. And a little more. All right, I don't want this to take too long, so copy, paste, and I'm going to put it down here. And again, you can see how you can make it line up. Oh, that's not right. There we go. That's right. Okay. And then, so control, copy, and paste again. I'm just going to put one in each corner. And so I'm going to flip it. Flip it. I think that's it. You can see at the bottom how it kind of did it correctly. And then over here, again, I can see over on the side if it's lining up correctly. And then control, copy, paste. And yeah. And maybe, so you can do definitely a lot of this. I think I'm going to insert, there's some stars. I think they're under callouts, maybe? Yes. I'm going to do these. And so that. So you can see the amount of effort I'm putting in here too. It's not, I'm not making this go too quickly. And I am trying to make it decent looking. Let's see, there are other shapes that I like. Let's see. Let's do, maybe we just do an arrow for decorative purposes. So, like, I might do, so if I do this arrow, right, and I go across, and let's say, make it like that. I'm going to go to the middle there, copy, paste, flip it, I think, and then I'll pull it so it's touching. Boom. And so I've made it to where it doesn't completely look like an arrow. Kind of. And maybe I do a gradient again, just so it looks a little bit like the moon's kind of deal. So it's kind of going together. Maybe even in here I add another shape. Like a diamond, maybe? Do a diamond? So I like to a lot of times do these off to the side so I don't accidentally click on something and move it. Alright, I'm going to change this to black. And it's black. So just by layering this stuff, I can get it to look a little bit different. So now it looks more like this kind of border and less like, oh, hey, I'm an arrow. And so now I've got this. And then I'm going to follow the assignment instructions. To upload, and then it will be uploaded, and then I will be able to grade your flag. You can also, once you've finished yours, go into here and you can delete the instructions so that it's only your flag. It looks a little bit nicer that way. And that is it.